do you have like a elevator pitch thing of what does Nadir do? Like if I was
Yeah,
to
no, absolutely. I'm basically a storyteller, and the means in which I
right,
tell stories can vary between like content, events, or products, right?
right.
So like for me, it's always just trying to find the best story and the best kind of vocabulary or means to kind of present the best story possible.
Mm,
So my work can range from creating social media content. It can range from like hosting really cool events, quirky events, and a kind of experiential kind of experience. And then even products that might kind of highlight a heritage or some sort of social impact cause.
yeah,
These are things that I'm really interested in. It's about finding really kind of relatable mediums for young people to find cool and accessible and learn something along the way.
yeah. The heritage thing is something that I've sort of seen thread through all the things that you're doing, sort of the issues of heritage, identity, yours, the people you know. How
Right.
did that start? Like, how'd you end up picking that as sort of like a vein?
I think it's kind of defined like me in my kind of crisis growing up. Crisis is a bit dramatic, but like growing up for me, I come from a mixed house,
Mm,
so like always had a strong sense of rootedness at home, but going outside I kind of felt like I never really fit into other people's boxes of identity and what they believed if heritage meant to them. So outside of the house was very kind of a tumultuous kind of difficult space to kind of navigate as a young person.
mm,
So really the work kind of and my searching for heritage and highlighting it is just coming out of a need for myself to really understand what it means to me, but
right.
also understanding that like my parents in the context of our mixed home gave me such a deep rooted like appreciation for heritage, like
Hmm.
especially being born and raised in London, a mixed heritage kid, like heritage really decorates your life and your existence, and like it's
Yeah,
nourished and made our house so rich, not even in our own family but the people who bring their own heritage into the house. It's such a value added and contribution to the ecosystem that is our house, that like I just loved it. And like you travel the world and you realize I don't talk about culture to kind of tell people how like different I am.
mm,
Actually, it's the complete opposite. Like I travel and I love to highlight culture and heritage because it just goes to show, yes, the cosmetics might be different, but deep down, what makes that all tick and run is actually very similar.
yeah, yeah.
It's very familiar. And I might be from 4 different countries, but the root or the kind of there's an undercurrent that literally is identical, right?
Yeah, yeah. No, that really
And
does come through. Like I've seen, I was watching your series on the dopey thing with the three-part YouTube series that you had, and I'm only from Pakistan. But even in that, I was like, oh shit,
but
this.
are you?
Yeah, I
This is
mean,
the thing. You scratch even now. I mean, Pakistan is how
yeah,
old, right?
yeah, yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, and I'm
75 this
sure like you've
year.
got some crazy regional things happening, but like really culture and identity and like
Yeah.
it's so artificial, really. Like, what does it really mean?
I know,
Sorry, I
but
mean, like,
like growing up in like yeah, but like you mentioned growing up in like a mixed race household. So let's if we were sort of to put it in four
yeah.
boxes, like you said, what are those big cultures that you're drawing from?
So it'd be Indonesia, Kenya, Yemen, Pakistan.
Right.
So these were cultures that were ever present in my house and things that we draw from a lot. And yeah, but
Yeah, that's an unusual combination, to be honest.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean, I think like that's usually the reaction that what people say when I say that. But like interestingly, like you know, it's not at the same time. Like this is like these 4 countries are on the kind of coasts of the Indian Ocean, right? And these cultures have been communicating for hundreds of years.
mm,
Actually, like when I say I'm this mix now, it sounds very like, whoa, very unique, very different.
yeah,
But like historically, this is actually these communities have been mixing for a very long time. You'll find Pakistanis in East Africa,
yeah,
you'll find like Yemenis in Indonesia, you'll find Indonesians in Yemen. So like this transferal of like culture and heritage and community and intermarriages has been happening for a very long time. We just
yeah,
haven't realized it because it was
yeah.
never a thing before. It was just normal.
And now I suppose after like the 1950s, as countries and identities have become more bordered and defined, it's like
Yeah.
people stay
Oh
within
yeah.
those boxes usually.
Oh well, when white people invented diversity,
Yeah,
that's when
exactly.
it
Yeah,
that's when it
yeah,
became a thing, right? So
yeah.
like, so
But no,
but
I was
diversity has
surprised. Going back to the dopey thing, I was like, it's these. There's you. And there's this other show I saw. There's a YouTube channel by the name of Best Ever Food Review Show. They went
Right.
to Uzbekistan also, and there were
Okay.
so many things there that are just day to day Pakistani like life that you don't even think, oh yeah, this is like just Pakistani stuff, but it's like all over Asia, and it was really sort of like that point that you said that the connections and the stories across cultures
Mm,
that really came across like super immediately, like
mm,
and so that was really cool that you did that. But